It was 2047 a.m. when the first report came in. A fisherman off the California coast watching something rise from the water. No splash, no wake, just rising. He wasn't alone. Since August 2025, over 9,000 people have reported the same thing. Objects moving between water and sky along American shores. 9,000 witnesses, all describing the same impossible thing. And the Pentagon? They're paying attention. They call them USOs. Unidentified Submersible Objects. Not flying, not swimming. Something else entirely. Moving through both mediums like the boundary doesn't exist. Witnesses describe objects that plunge into the ocean without creating a splash. Rising from the depths without disturbing the surface. Physics says that's impossible. But here's the thing. Witnesses keep describing exactly that. Hundreds of them. Thousands. All along both coasts. The term USO isn't new. Sailors have reported strange underwater phenomena for centuries. Phantom lights beneath ships. Objects moving faster than any known vessel. But something changed in August 2025. An app called Enigma started collecting these reports systematically, geolocating them, mapping the patterns. The app works simply. You see something unusual? You report it. Location, time, description. The data gets added to a growing database. Within months, something unexpected emerged. The reports weren't random. They clustered, concentrated. Certain stretches of coastline lighting up with activity. According to Marine Technology News, over 9,000 USO sightings have been logged within 10 miles of U.S. coastlines since August 2025. Fox News reports that approximately 500 of those sightings occurred within 5 miles of shore, close enough for witnesses to observe details. California leads the nation with 389 documented reports according to Newsweek. Florida follows with 306. The reports share disturbing similarities. Objects described as having what researchers call transmedium capabilities, moving from air to water seamlessly. Witnesses describe objects that rise from the ocean depths or plunge into the water without leaving a splash, defying conventional physics. Think about that for a moment. Anything entering water at speed creates a splash. It's basic physics. The surface tension breaks. Water displaces. But these witnesses, hundreds of them, independently, describe something that shouldn't be possible. Objects passing through the water's surface like it isn't air. The sightings aren't limited to casual observers. Fox News reports that the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office has confirmed it's actively analyzing these reports. AARO, that's the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, created in 2022 to investigate unidentified aerial phenomena. Now, apparently, their scope has expanded underwater. However, it's worth noting, AARO's 2024 annual report stated it found no verified evidence of extraterrestrial technology. The mystery remains officially unsolved. The gap between what witnesses report and what officials confirm. That's where the real unease lives. 9,000 people saw something. Something the government can't or won't explain. One Enigma app user quoted by Fox News put it bluntly, "We're being lied to about what's in our waters." Skeptics offer explanations. Misidentified aircraft, satellites reflecting light, marine bioluminescence, optical illusions caused by light bending over water. And sure, many of these sightings probably have ordinary explanations. Our eyes deceive us. Darkness plays tricks. The ocean does strange things at night. But the Pentagon's official position is revealing. According to Fox News, while they take reports seriously, no evidence points to non-human technology. Non-human technology. That's the phrase they use. Not extraterrestrial. Not alien, non-human. As if carefully chosen. As if hedging against something. The believers point to something else. The consistency of reports. Thousands of witnesses describing the same phenomenon. The same impossible physics. The transmedium capability keeps appearing in reports. Objects that don't behave like aircraft, don't behave like watercraft. Something that operates by different rules. Navy pilots have reported similar encounters in the air. The famous Tic Tac video. Objects that moved in ways conventional aircraft can't. Accelerations that would kill a human pilot. But underwater? That's different. Water is 800 times denser than air. Moving through it at speed requires enormous energy. The physics are unforgiving. Yet witnesses keep describing objects that move through water effortlessly. Rising, descending, transitioning between mediums without slowing down, without turbulence. One source familiar with coastal monitoring, quoted by the Daily Caller, offered a chilling assessment. The technology is picking up ghosts underwater. Ghosts underwater? That phrase stays with you. Something moving through our oceans that we can detect but can't identify, can't explain, can't approach. The clustering patterns revealed by the Enigma app are significant. California and Florida both have extensive coastlines, major naval installations, and heavy maritime traffic. Are witnesses seeing military technology, foreign surveillance, something secret being tested in coastal waters? The concentration near naval facilities raises questions. But naval technology, even classified technology, follows physical laws, creates wakes, generates noise, disturbs the water. These objects, reportedly, do none of that. Here's what makes the transmedium reports particularly unsettling. When an object enters water, cavitation occurs. Air pockets form, pressure waves propagate. We can detect submarines by their cavitation signatures alone. The noise, the pressure changes. Any physical object moving through water leaves traces. The reports describe something different. Objects that slip through the boundary without resistance. As if the water parts for them. As if they're not entirely there. The Wikipedia entry on unidentified submerged objects notes that such reports date back to at least the 1800s, long before modern military technology. Sailors throughout history have documented strange underwater lights, luminous shapes following ships, objects rising from the deep at night. The phenomenon isn't new. What's new is the scale of documentation. Smartphones, apps, crowdsourced databases. For the first time, we can see the patterns, the clusters, the repetition. Before Enigma, these sightings existed in isolation. One fisherman's story, one sailor's account. Easy to dismiss, easy to forget. Now, connected to 9,000 others. The same descriptions appearing again and again. The weight of accumulated testimony becomes harder to wave away. The sightings concentrate within 10 miles of shore. Close enough for civilian witnesses, but far enough that naval activity could go unnoticed. 10 miles. That's the edge of visibility on a clear day. The boundary where the horizon curves away. Where ordinary sight fails and uncertainty begins. Whatever's happening out there, it's close enough for people to see. Close enough to report. But far enough to remain fundamentally unknowable. If you're curious about these reports, you might want to download the Enigma app. The interactive map shows sighting locations in your area. Consider visiting coastal areas with high concentrations of reports, not to expect anything, but to observe, to watch, to pay attention to what others might miss. Historical Navy archives contain decades of official USO reports. Research facilities and libraries offer access to documentation that predates smartphone apps. If you witness something unusual near the water, document it immediately. Time, location, weather conditions. Details fade. Memory shifts. Record while it's fresh. Consider this. Every one of those 9,000 reports started with someone looking up, or out, paying attention when most people wouldn't bother. The ocean covers 70% of our planet. We've mapped more of the moon's surface than our own seafloor. Down there, in the dark, who knows what moves? Every year, we discover species we didn't know existed. Organisms living in conditions we thought impossible. The ocean keeps its secrets well. Maybe these USO sightings have simple explanations. Atmospheric tricks, military exercises, mass misidentification. Maybe that's all it is. Or maybe 9,000 witnesses are seeing something we don't have words for yet. Something that operates outside our understanding. Something that's been there all along. The Pentagon hasn't closed the case. AARO continues to analyze reports, The investigation remains active. They're still looking for answers. And every night, along American shorelines, people keep watching, keep reporting, keep seeing things that don't fit the official explanations. 9,000 reports, and counting. Each one a person who saw something they couldn't explain, something that stayed with them, something that brought them to an app to tell strangers about it. If you're finding this interesting, hit subscribe. We cover stories like this every week. The unexplained, the unsettling, the things that linger after the episode ends. Something is happening in our waters. Something we're only beginning to document, beginning to acknowledge, beginning to take seriously. The next time you're near the ocean at night, look out at the water. Watch the horizon. Notice how much darkness exists between here and there. Ask yourself what might be moving out there, just beneath the surface, rising and falling without a trace. 9,000 people have already asked that question. They didn't find answers, just more questions, and something still out there that we can't quite see, can't quite reach, can't quite understand. Sleep well tonight, and if you hear something, well, that's probably just the wind.